Hi, it's Mary Kay and welcome to day 12 of the Effort Challenge. Today I'm going to show you some exercises you can do using resistance bands based on some questions that I received. These are basic loop bands. Often they're used for physical therapy. A lot of gyms carry them in the workout room for you to use for different resistance training. I got this pack on Amazon. It comes in a pack of 5. I'm just missing the heavy band at the moment and it's for under $11. So I'll put a link in the comments so you can get them if you're interested. So I'm going to start off showing you some exercises you could do for upper body. When you're using bands, always check for tears. They're made of plastic, so over time, if you use them, they may get worn out and they can get little tears, and so you don't want to use them if that happens. So wrap them around your wrist. You want to get some tension so you can kind of start engaging the muscles. And so for the first exercise, all we're going to do is start at the bottom and go all the way at the top, keeping that resistance the entire time. And what this starts to do is engage your back and your shoulder muscles and get things moving. And it's actually, it hurts, it burns a little bit after a while. Once you got your muscles warmed up, I do that for about 30 seconds. When you get to the top, what I'd start to do is I would do a lat pull down, and you bring your arms down, not goalpost position, a little bit lower than a 90-degree angle, and go back to the top. So from the back, you can see you're gonna pull it down, engage the back muscles, and go back to the top. Again, keeping that resistance the entire time. The next move, again, keeping the resistance, palms forward, and you're just gonna go out and in. And this really warms up your shoulder muscles and in between your shoulder blades and the back. In each of these moves, you could do about 30 seconds. If that's too much, I would do 15, take a little break, release the resistance, and then do another 15 seconds. Next, what you could do is you could take the band in your hands and you hold one down pretty tight and then curl the other one up to your shoulder and back down. So you're basically doing a bicep curl. And again, making sure you're holding it pretty steady against your thigh at the bottom as you pull to the top and really engage that bicep muscle. You can alternate side by side, or you could do one side for 15 or 30 seconds and then switch sides. Now again, holding it the same way, you can do tricep. So you bring your one palm behind, like middle of your head, and you're gonna extend the other arm out and back. And so you wanna keep that tension as you're doing it. So really grip firmly against the back of your head and extend out and back. And you could do each side. So again, you'd switch and extend out and back. Another move you could do for tricep is very similar. I would bring your palm lower on your neck and you would extend forward as a diagonal. So you could see extending forward and down. That's another tricep move. The last move I'll show you for upper, get the band around your wrists and get into plank position. What you do is you get in your standard upper plank. Your arms are directly under your shoulders, and what you could do is go one side at a time, going out and in, out and in. Make sure your hips stay square and facing down. And the only thing that should be moving is your arm. That really works your core muscles, and it also gets a little bit more on the shoulder. And then I'd alternate on the other side. I doubt you'll start off doing that for 30 seconds. If you can, you're a rock star. But I would do 10 or 15 seconds each side at a time. If you have to take a break in between each side, you can do that as well. So next I'll show you some lower movements. So what you want to do is we're going to start off wrapping it around your ankle. Again, you want to make sure you have some tension. So the first move I'm going to show you is a side leg lift. So you're going to put all your weight on one leg and you're essentially just going to lift out to the side and down. And it's not a very huge range of motion. You're keeping that tension and you're just lifting. Again, trying to engage the outer quad. And you're really going to feel it in your standing leg. Then you would switch sides. Again, out and down, out and down. Next, what you could do is you're going to do glutes. So again, all your weight on one leg, and then just lift up and down, up and down. Trying not to touch at the bottom. If you have to, you can, but again, keep that tension. And then I'd switch sides. The next move, while it's still around your ankles, I would do a body weight squat. So again, I come out a little bit wider than hip width, feet facing forward. And then again, like we went over earlier in the series, you're just going to drop it back and come back up, and it gives it a little bit more resistance as you're doing a squat. If you want even more resistance, we could bring the band up to your thighs, and you can get in a seated squat position, down low, chest lifted, facing forward, and then go out, out, and back to the side. That really engages the quads. So there's a couple moves you could try with resistance bands. It's a great way to mix things up, add a different range of resistance. I find sometimes it gets deeper into the muscles, so it works a little bit differently than if you were just doing regular strength training. If you have any more questions or other ideas or things you want me to show you, please just message me, and I'll see you tomorrow.